I don't think they can just yet. Wait, actually no, they aren't responding. So yeah, they're gonna just give it up.
They're gonna go for top. They want Natalia. They walking him out. It's gonna be another Untitled might go down. Yes, he will go down, and he can. The Courage Bro giving everyone extra. Fredo getting focused down. If he go down, this will be huge. The Milford is there. They do get trapped. Will he go down? But no, it's the answer. Alice doing work. On is here. He's trying to get the kills. They get onto Zeno. But Penjahat is still alive together with Logan. Unta finally coming on and getting 2 kills. But the Flickers is there. They get the tail end. They get the slow. Where is the stun? There goes the kill. And AirAsia saying, we'll win that team fight, but not convincingly.
Not convincingly, but honestly, that was a really good. It was a really good 50-50 coming in for Geek Fam. Considering that they're so far behind, this was so worth it for them.
All right, let's see. Just say trying to play the push game one more time. They had the right idea, right? They took down the Selena. They went with 4v5, but once again, error on that Minotaur together with Alice. Josh on that Alice, so well played.
Yeah, really nasty there, but oof. Can AirAsia close out this game? It was a 9K goalie. It's becoming an 8K. They didn't get Lord, and it was a perfect fight for Geek Fam Icon to really punish them and slow them, put them one step back from setting up a Lord steal again.
Let's see here. They're going for the push. They're trying their best, but Gripbacks lingering around. Be careful. There are 5 members here. Logan, he does point it out, so they're just going to back away. And Martis trying to push them out.
Once again, they're just hovering over. They're trying to push out the lanes slowly, ever so slowly, waiting for that opportunity for them to make a mistake before Geek Fam Icon can collapse on top of it. Oh wait, Solus is on Lord. They just need a delay. Martis can keep pushing here.
They're going for this now. They do actually get on the
arrow.
This
is worth it.
They get
this
the
is
kill.
worth it.
No, but Solus, he might get caught out. If he goes down, that's huge. He does go down. It's a 1-for-1. Josh, he does get stunned up. He does get the flowing blood. But can he go down? If he goes down, that is a lot of damage for Fredo doing what he can. The flowing blood is there. They get the kill. Greenbacks is here. And now, they can chase. They can chase for days. They can go all the way. And Bajan coming from the flank. He will push down Tino. They will get the kill. It is a 3-for-1 exchange. And they might be able to get Lord finally.
they'll finally be able to get out. They're going to push out the lane one last time as Unta is unable to do anything. He is helpless, especially when he cannot enjoy getting these flanks from the back, especially when your lanes are getting shoved in so hard by Martis, by Punjahat in the top side of the map.
Well, looks like they're not going for long because they don't have the Clot, so they think they do not have enough damage, Papa.
I'm pretty sure they have enough damage.
I'm not sure why they're not actually pulling the trigger here.
I mean, Fredo does have the ult as well.
They're just going to reset, I guess. They want to reset.
Tough game, tough game.
The pressure might be getting onto them for now, but they do have to lead 9,000, 10,000 close to. You know, in any other game, you think this is an easy game, right? If it's a ranked game. But when it comes to tournament, every single thing matters. How can you sort it out? How can they go for this? Let's see.
Honestly, when it comes down to stealing buffs and even pushing into the jungle, it becomes very, very dangerous, especially when Papa has free hits, free funneling.
Wait. Fredo's getting caught out. I'm not really sure, but now they do something up. Arrow is enraged for. He doesn't have enraged anymore. He doesn't have the ultimate, but Solos, he might be getting focused down. Unta, he does get the kill. Unta now. And Geek
does he have the ult? Does he have the ult?
He gets the ult and he dodges Unta. Josh is the final member. They need to kill him off. They need to kill the Alice, but what an ultimate there from Geek. Well, lock in everyone. The last surviving member is Josh. Can he survive? Can he run away? I don't think they even care. They're going to end the game here, Gideon.
Oh my goodness. That was honestly really nice from Fredo. They're able to finally get his order form off, quickly popping out the ult to be able to buy enough time for his team, just so they can collapse on them just nicely, come back online, start pumping out that damage. Really, that was a really nice play coming in from AirAsia.
To be careful, he cannot die. But looks like he should be able to get this inhibitor turret. Oh, no minions, back out. They try to run away. Arrow, oh! So close.
So close. Oh, this game is just really intense. Both teams are playing so well now.
Solo's gonna pick this up. Once again, this was the position. Same thing. Just like last game, but this time they have the Claw. There's no wombo combo on the side of Geek Icon. Can they withstand it? Can they have the patience to defend it?
Do they have the patience? I think Geek Fam, they've done this time and time again where they just hold on for at least 15 minutes before they start coming back into this game. I think we're just going to see a rinse and repeat of that unless this lore play. Somebody needs to make it a crazy outplay. Somebody needs to start catching people off.
Oh my god, if they see Unta, that would be huge. They're trying to linger around, but without Unta, AirAsia can actually go for the fight. But looks like they don't want because they are all grouped up here. Martis there on the top side. They're just trying to push it out. They're waiting for a Lord here, Gideon.
They're waiting for Lord to push up. I mean, they've already got the lanes nicely set up here. I don't think they should have pushed it. They should have just moved up, keep them in the base, let them just hit themselves until the waves slowly match together, and then start pushing it all together.
Unta is going for the flank, and AirAsia so he knows this.
Protect Lord.
They need to protect souls. I think they do get a top inhibitor. Oh, they get Archive. This could be a huge pickoff. He uses a Hurricane Dust. Can he go down? He does actually go down. They will take the round. It is a 4v5. It's not weird because Unta is from behind. He's trying to get the solos. Can he get the solo kill? Where is the damage? It is not enough. And Solos with the Aegis is there. They kill it off. Josh, can you be the savior of your team? No, it's the other solos. They're going for the GG push. This should be game. This is game. And AirAsia Saiyan comes back with the series with a 2-1 victory. Moving on to the next series.
Oh my goodness. This has been a crazy series. Faraz,
that it was absolutely amazing to watch every single game of today. It was all good. It was like, there was no boring game. That's what I like about this playoff.
It's no boring game because we're here.
Yeah.
To hype you up.
What? Yeah.
I love the delay.
It's like, aside from you guys, the games are great. You know? But in all the happiness and all the glory, we have to say goodbye to another team. And it's going to be...
It is Geek Fam Icon. And once again, I think we should just take this time to, you know, appreciate them, acknowledge them. Geek Fam Icon, thank you so much for joining. But let's talk about the replays for this game for now. Once again, Logan face checking that brush, giving it the early first blood. Not really sure what's happening there. They were quite split here at that point. And Solos, whoa, they were so close here. The Aegis keeping alive, placing to it enough of a shield, and great job here from Logan, trapping Josh under the turret long enough to kill him off.
Yeah, really nice outplays coming in from all the sides here. But I think in terms of like once you get into this third game, it starts feeling like you feel the pressure on you. You feel like you have to make something happen, and that leads to mistakes. And you can see on both sides, this is exactly what happened. Josh has, I'm pretty sure in one of the highlights, he has whipped one of his ults.
Such a big pickup. They take out Josh and the Archive there.
Just look at him. He's locking down Gripx.
I think that was not a really good Archive out because they knocked them away from the Alice ultimate there. That did so much, but what a chase here solos. Zeno
this one
actually,
was good. This one was
yeah,
good.
for the majority of it, did so much, but Fredo just wasn't having any of it. Flicker under the turret and bam bam to Zam, getting a kill on his own.
I think I gotta give it to AirAsia saying for knowing when to go in and when to stop. Actually, if they were overextending or
just
not,
look at him with the ult.
This was huge. Imagine if he was outing in the middle of the team. He would have done so much damage. But Josh, you know, he did what he could. But props to AirAsia saying, once again, with a very dominating game 3.
And I think Gripx's Lolita did a lot as well.
Sorry, but this was a perfect team fight.
Oh, yeah.
Mistake. This was the clump up. AirAsia just saying a huge mistake. They clumped up together. Minion Fury hitting 5 members. And Josh is like, yeah, come to me, man. Come to me.
Now look at Unta.
And Unta.
Just with the cleanup alone. That was enough. And this was like the perfect 50-50. It was 27-19, and they still were able to take out at least 3 members.
Yep. That's right. But AirAsia saying still took this one. They found out Unta, and they took it out for themselves. But, you know, is there any way you guys want to conclude the match with? I mean,
we'll conclude the match by saying, no, it was a very close game, but I think it's hard to say that, you know, AirAsia, they were the better team in this time around. Even Icon, they did put out an attempt of within 5. They will bow out the tournament in a 7 and 8 seed, but it's nothing to be ashamed about. They played really, really well.
Yeah, honestly, you got to give respect to this team, especially considering where they were from before. Just the caster's opinion probably has, in my opinion as a caster, beginning, 5-1 tricks coming together, now they look like a proper team.
Yeah, they play really well, especially game 2. And Solos is like just touching on the Unta, melting it up. The Numenor Blast, perfection. Just stuffing
so
onto
good.
Josh. Had the ultimate up. But this is the problem with Alice. He's just so tanky when he has his ultimate up.
Yeah, especially when you start stacking the items as well. The lifesteal, the spell vamp specifically. Oh boy.
But I'm glad that, you know, as you said, realize that in order to win team fights against a team fight composition, you kill off the tanks. If you can kill off the people who set up the team fights, it's so much easier.
Yeah, you're just playing around them, especially when you know that there's a special condition, especially with Minotaur, the Rage. Yeah. It's important. It's so important to keep track of it.
I like this, right? They were having none at it. They were like, you know what, let's just end the game. I don't care about the kills. We want to end the series. Honestly, majority a clean game, and once again, the Lunox coming in clutch. 40% damage share from Lunox.
To be honest with you, I was skeptical at first. I was like, maybe they should go with the Selena themselves, but the Lunox turned out to be pretty good. I asked around with you guys, with Pseudo and Eduardo. They told me that Lunox is a better pick as well.
I mean, it's very situational, right?
Yeah.
Some teams like Lunox more, some teams like Selena more. It's all about fitting into your team composition.
Yeah, and we've seen Fredo on both today, and he's phenomenal on both, but it worked out for them on the Lunox, so it's alright. As long as they move on into the playoffs and they have to work more to get towards that trophy.
They do live to fight another day. We will see AirAsia back again in 3 more games, right?
Yes, yeah.
3 more games, so don't go around and go anywhere just yet. We will come back with that. But let's talk about the upcoming match. What is it for us?
It's going to be Flash Tyrants going up against Geek Fam Mystic. This is in the upper bracket. It's still best of 3 double elimination. But today, all the matches that we played until now was lower bracket. We're finally moving up to the upper bracket. So, are we going to be expecting better team fights? I mean, we've expected the best until now.
We expected, honestly, everyone has been playing okay, to be honest. Saiyan Reborn, they played really, really well. As you say, they play really well as well. So I'm not disappointed with the level of play that much. They are living to my expectations, what I expected to see from them. But can Geek Fam Mystic go to the next level to fight against Flash Tyrants? That's the question.
That's right. Now, Gideon, you're going to be off the panel after this game. Is there anything you want to say before you leave for the next match?
Me too.
Honestly, it comes down to just play.
What you wanted to say.
It honestly comes down to play style, and I think honestly, one mistake could really cost them the game. And we've seen in the upper brackets, every single time somebody makes one mistake, it's basically over.
All right, guys, we're going to have a Zishuan match right here at 4 p.m. for Razor Hammerhead. Make sure you check that out. We're going for a break. We'll see you right after.
Just try to keep up with me.
Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
I'll be the blade in your hands.
Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
The darkness can also be a friend.
Turn everything to darkness. Launch attack! Legendary! An enemy has been slain! Legendary!
Where is my target? Wasn't me who was king of light. The light, working. Nothing is true. And nothing is true.
Legendary! Your team destroyed a turret! You have slain an enemy! Double kill!
Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
Thousand worlds, and not a single worthy foe.
Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
Come on, let's roll!
I would say that the series as a whole is not that difficult, but the game 2 was tougher at the beginning. Their pacing was very fast. I think it'll be experience because they did a few mistakes as a team, like overcommitting and like overstaying. I will prefer to face Geek Fan Mythic because of Jeb. We are coming for you. I think we'll look at their game and then we'll study them when we have time tonight.
For Geek Fan Mistake, we will eliminate you guys from the tournament just like Season 1.
Perasaan saya, of course lah, kita orang semua sangat happy dan segala apa yang kita orang rancangkan semalam menjadi hari ini. Strategi yang mereka gunakan telah kami baca dan mostly apa yang orang buat adalah sama. That's why kita orang dapat counter dengan baik. Sebenarnya Aldos adalah salah satu pick yang sangat bagus untuk counter orang punya team fight dan sebab itulah kami pick Aldos dan ternyata dia membuahkan hasil untuk kita orang. Untuk next match menentang Tyrant, kita orang menganggapkan semua team ada luck masing-masing. So depends on draft dan depends on gameplay kita main. Counterpart tu kan, strategi yang digunakan hari ini kemungkinan akan dibaca oleh Tyrant dan kami takkan ambil risiko yang sama, atau kalau diorang buat draft sama dengan Traitor, kami kemungkinan akan pakai cara yang sama. Kita orang memang mementingkan chemistry. Punca chemistry tu sebenarnya adalah salah satu punca besar yang membuatkan kita orang dapat backup sesama sendiri dan alhamdulillah lah kita orang dapat mantapkan chemistry kita orang sampai ke tournament dan dia membuahkan hasil lah.
Khas untuk Flash Tyrant, walaupun dekat regular season korang nombor 1, kita sikit pun tak setakut dengan korang.
Professional League Malaysia and Singapore. This is Season 2, of course. We are at the playoffs, and right now we have our next matchup. It's going to be Flash Tyrants going up against Geek Mystic. I'm here joined by two different casters. They're not the same. Just to clarify, we have Pseudo and Edo. That actually does it rhyme? Pseudo and Edo?
Yes. We do. We had a dodos.
Suedo.
Yeah. That's why we pair up together, my friend.
I still don't have a nickname, by the way. We couldn't find anything.
Oh, yeah. It's okay. We'll try this today. Hopefully, we'll get something for you.
We will try. Yeah. But before we start with anything, I do have an announcement to make. At 4 o'clock, right here at the booth to my right, if you guys can see us, we have a Battle a Legend match with Zishu, and you can win a Hammerhead Razor headset for yourself.
Wow!
If you win, so it's pretty simple, right?
Yeah,
just come down here to Paradigm Mall.
I'll just be the legend, right?
Yeah, exactly. Be the legend. But stop speaking about that. We're going to talk about the match that we have right here. We just said goodbye to 2 of our teams.
Unfortunate.
Yes.
Unfortunately. But part of the process, because we need to find, who will be the top team.
Exactly. Now, next up, let's talk about the future. All right. We have the brackets right here. Pseudo, why don't you take us through it?
Sure. So now we're going to go up to the winners bracket, where we're going to see Flash Tyrants go up against Geek Mystic, and then after that we're going to go to match 8, which will be EVOS ESPORTS going to Bigetron.
That's
Singapore, like, this is the first time we're going to see the 2 Singaporean teams go up against each other.
That's right.
And one of them, unfortunately, will be knocked down to the loser bracket.
Exactly. And Edo, if you notice, Flash Tyrants and Geek Mystic, their losers will be playing with Saiyan Reborn later today.
So it's either going to be a Malaysian team versus Malaysian team, or it's going to be Malaysia versus Singapore.
Exactly. Which one do you want to see?
I want to see Malaysia versus Singapore.
All right. You want that rivalry, huh, Edo?
Yes.
Okay.
All about the drama.
We've seen so many rivalries really happen. So, we're going to see Singapore versus Singapore, and then after that, we're going to see who will go up against.
It's going to be interesting.
The remaining in the lower bracket.
That's right. Now, before we jump into the lineup of both of these teams, I just want to know, did you expect the 2 teams, Traitor and Geek Icon, to be the first one that get out?
No, I did not. It's interesting because if you looked at the standings as they came in from the regular season, Icon was placed 7, so not really much of a shock given their performance. However, Traitor coming in at 6 to now be knocked down to 7 and 8 just goes to show that Saiyan Reborn has really been brushing up on what they've been doing. And if you look at even the previous match that's there, AirAsia Saiyan, who was the top 3, now facing lots of difficulties. Who knows what is in store for us over in the winners bracket?
Things have changed. Edo, what about you?
That's true. I was watching the game and I kind of wasted a lot of my voice. So I'm currently reserving my voice for the next game. So
okay, cool.
That's the thing.
We're going to be taking a look at the player profiles right now to see who's here today for both of these teams. We're going to be taking a look at Flash Tyrants. First, it's going to be Lun, Saiyan, Aeon, Obi, Swan, and Mark. These guys have perfect chemistry. We talked about this, but in the interview that we just saw, Geek Mystic was like, you know what, the best thing about our team is chemistry. What do you guys think? Who has the better chemistry here?
That's quite ironic because Tyrants, they are all about that chemistry.
Yeah. About the friendship, right?
Well, it's about the friendship. They've known each other for a while, and in fact, as they came in today, as they came in via the cabs, I was out there, and so we were all hanging out for a bit, so I managed to talk to them.
So now they're your friends, huh? Is that how it is?
Yeah, we bonded over the fact that I used to live in Singapore as well.
This is unfair. You know
no, but what really has to be said about them is that they had studied all of the past games.
Wow.
In fact, as they were watching the Traitor match that's there, they were saying that, right, they knew exactly what Traitor was doing, that the draft was a little bit poor, the same criticism that the casters were saying here, and that they were able to make the accurate predictions through and through. So this is not only a team that synergizes well that's there, but they have been studying the tournament as it's been going on.
Yes.
It is.
Zorn, Kuja, Nurnas, Dominus, Vix for Geek Fan Mystic. You guys, this is the Malaysian team that's going to face up against Flash Tyrants. We are all here to witness that.
That's
craziness.
right. And these guys have been friends for a while too, right? Some of these guys have been friends for a very long time, since the beginning of Mobile Legends scene in Malaysia.
They've been friends, they've been rivals. Ultimate question for this team is, will Dominus still have a perfect score after the series? Because he's the only one, I believe, that has not died.
Yeah, with 0 deaths, right?
With 0 deaths across the 2 games that has been played. And both of them on Elders as well. And they talked about it within the interview that if they have a sort of similar lineup, they immediately have an answer for it.
That's the thing. We saw Aldous being banned earlier today for both of the matches to respect solos. Do you think we're going to see that again?
In my opinion,
for Dominus?
Aldous is more like a surprise pick. It used to be a surprise pick, but now it's in the meta. So right now, people are just picking up, and it just works.
Okay, we have the feature player right now. We're going to be taking a look at that as well. Let's see who it is and what hero is going to be sticking to these guys. It's going to be no other than Obi.
Also seen really flashy Gushins
today as well.
The entire
a lot of flashy Gushins, a lot of hairstylists.
Well,
lots of them. Yes.
This time around, the flashy Gushin is not going to be on Flash Tyrants. Well, that's not the featured one that's there. One main tank. Very few teams have actually run a double tank composition. So you bring down a tank, all your squishes are exposed.
That's true, and he's also one of the most famous tanks in Malaysia.
Too easy for Jeb, yeah.
He is very prominent.
Really fair to him. He has the leadership to carry the team along with Kuja's leadership. That's really good for the team. So that's why they're going for Too Easy for Jeb.
That's right.
Break the rock of the team, and therefore, you know, they all are dispersed. If you look at the rotations as well, whenever they try to play 4-1 or 3-1-1, it normally is a tank that becomes the homing beacon of where to attack.
They basically control the flow, would you say? All right, we're gonna get some insider information right there. Make sure you copy that back home. Use it for yourself. How's the crowd doing? I don't know. How's the crowd doing, guys? How you guys doing?
Hello, guys.
Yeah, okay. Just slowly getting ready. I know these guys can't wait to watch the games. I mean, we have so many games lined up today. It's going to be amazing. Just so many action-packed games. But right now, for all of you guys that just joined us, this is a match between Flash Tyrants and Geek Fan Mystic. This is going to be their first game. It's going to be best of 3, double elimination. We are in the upper brackets at the moment, so we moved up, step up the ladder.
Yeah, just moved focus, shifted focus a little bit.
We're going to expect some maybe, do you think we're going to expect more epic gameplays or more defensive ones up here?
I think more strategic gameplays.
Okay.
People are going to, take more calculated risks. The more you go into a tournament, the more it's going to be.
I just have to sorry cut you off. That was Kuja's baby, Pseudo. Here to support Kuja. Come on.
I'm not sure if it's to support directly, but definitely showing love coming out there. And here we see the man himself.
He's happy. He's happy.
Yeah.
We've had parents, we've had babies here. You know, we have everyone's support. That's good, man.
Gaming is for
When are we going to see your wife?
I don't have one.
For those of y'all out there, if you would like to marry this handsome man, please come apply. There'll be like a line
we have
waiting
a
at the
form
side
here, you just sign it and then that's it.
On an iPad, like this is how you register.
But you have to have at least mythical glory, at least. There's nothing
because you need to carry him.
Yes, literally. That's the only reason I would get married.
You qualify for that? Would you be interested?
You're not mythical glory.
Excuse me?
Excuse me? Sorry, we're going to change the topic now.
Like 50 stars or something now.
Before he gets too toxic right now, we're going to change the topic. Let's go back into the game. Statman Pseudo.
Sure.
What can we expect from these teams? Which one do you want to talk about first? Edo, Pseudo, you guys choose. Which team? Do you want to take sides? Maybe not as in like for real, but like just take sides.
I'm like in my heart definitely on the Malaysian side. Whatever team it is, we are Malaysian casters as well. But when you look at the gameplay coming in from Flash Tyrants, it is just unstoppable.
That's right.
Unstoppable, and I believe Pseudo agrees.
You gotta take a side. I mean, the side that we were gonna take is to defend the team for the draft and explain why they're choosing that certain number of heroes. That's what I want to pick. So, which side are you gonna pick?
Well, I did kind of talk to them. I was like, hey, what are you guys gonna pick? You know what I'm saying? And they were like,
insider information.
And they were like, you know, just watch. And they have a lot of surprises. So I'm really hyped to see how they're gonna draft.
Okay, cool. We got a Facebook comment that we're going to take a look at. We've done this earlier today.
Sure.
If it's in Malay, I want to read it. Okay, I'm going to read this. Atas kertas Flash Irons boleh menang, kecuali Geek Mystic ada senjata rahsia.
Okay, now do you understand what it means?
No idea what that means. I know atas means up.
No, it's on paper. Flash Tyrants
wins. Is that what
can win.
Can win.
Yes. Except
Geek Mystic has
a secret
weapon.
Oh, what is that secret weapon?
Well, apparently we need to win and watch.
Well, both of them have secret weapons. It's the winners bracket. They won games previously, and now they have to knock each other out.
I do have to mention that for Flash Tyrants, they have brought out two, let's say, odd picks, which is the God and then into the Valir. And both of them have been played by Orbi as well. So what can we expect further here? Have they been looking at the Indonesian side? Is this like Lemon version 2.0, where we're going to see Farsa up here and then all of a sudden Odette on the other side?
That can happen.
Yeah, and that really throws a wrench into many things because you need to completely change how you look at the gameplay, how your early game and mid game is played with these mages being around.
And look at that, we're actually in the draft. It's going to be Flash Tyrants going up against Geek Mystic. Come on, guys.
Yes.
It's going to be one hell of a match. Now, let's go back to the topic. Are we going to see some unorthodox picks coming?
For sure. I think so. I think there's going to be a whole bunch of things that we're not really going to be expecting. We already see that the Grok here has been banned out, and we're going to wait out. So before this, we have seen Hellcat, Selenas, and Lunox all run through. This time around, Lunox gets removed. Will they opt to go for the Aldous ban?
Selena has to go here.
Yeah,
Selena.
It could be the Selena ban as well.
Alice.
But it also leaves Chao very much open for both sides. And for Flash Tyrants, we have seen that Saiyan has played that Chao before. Selena gets removed, which means
Alice, first pick.
Alice, I would go with Alice or Gushin.
Oh, yes.
So Gushin here. Gushin has been played by Aeon before this, and he done really well. That's 8, 1, and 9 with a 17.0 KDA. Very, very high. And in a 10-minute game, he himself has gotten 10,000 gold.
And now we see Alice and possibly Tigreal here being locked in for
That would be a shock if you wanted a surprise. That would be a surprise.
And that is actually okay.
No, it's going to be Minotaur.
It's going to be the Minotaur raging towards the battlefield. And now we do see Chao being
This is something we saw earlier, the Alice and the Minotaur, right? It worked really well. The Claude was there to support it, but we don't have the Claude
Aldous gets locked in. Looks like they want to give them a taste of their own medicine.
But it can be dealt with, which is why Cho and Aldous being picked up right here. Flash Tyrants picking up a fair composition to match up for the double pick coming in from Geek Fan MY.
Does Geek Fan Mystic pick Kaya now?
Yo.
So this is the immediate answer to Aldous. The moment he comes in, Kaya's the only one that can actually pull him away. But carry...
Are we going to see the first carry of the playoffs? Is this going to be it?
Oh. My word.
It's going to be the first carry of the playoffs. Geek Fan Mystic showing us the unorthodox picks right here.
Well, not really unorthodox, but this sort of telegraphs which kind of carry are we going to see? Are we going to see Golden Staff carry? Are we going to start seeing that God comes back in?
And it works really well with the Cho. It works really
amazingly well. And now you not only that, you have Lolita there as well to be stopping the projectiles moving forward, and that can mean Alice Orb forward or as well as carries triple stack if he goes for the Golden Staff build.
That's right. And now
Kuja's left.
You guys, I remember, told me. Oh
Martis.
wait, is it gonna be Martis?
It works well. It works
like
well.
it,
It works well with Minotaur. It works well with Kaya. When
it
picks up happens.
Some disruption, but there's nobody. Lapu Lapu is a better pick.
First Lapu Lapu of the playoffs. First carry of the playoffs. This is an interesting match.
Interesting team.
This is what I want to see.
Match.
Now, I have one question. I remember you guys talked about Aldous. It's going to be very strong, but not early game. You need to be able to stack.
Yes.
So that's what Geek Fan Mystic needs to focus on preventing that from happening, right?
Yeah, they need to prevent that from happening, that's for sure. So in the later stages of the game, you have Alice and Carry that can be, huge pull sets there. But at the same time, Aldous as well needs a lot of time to, to be farming up to get to that point. But what's interesting to note is that the other three picks on either side here do have ability to be impactful in that early game there. They have just their innate kits for the crowd control as well as for, pushing them away. However, nobody can answer God in terms of distance. And I think that is going to be a major issue for Geek Fan Mystic to prove that their lineup is actually going to be better.
That's right. Well, we're right now into the game. Flash Tyrants going up against Geek Fan Mystic. I'm going to pass it back to our awesome cast. It's going to be Edo and Sudo.
All right, here we're going to see on the blue side, Flash Tyrants taking up Geek Fan Mystic. We're all going to see that the turtle is going to be on the top side as well. So look out for a lot more pressure being applied there. Carry has opted to go up to the top, which means Lapu Lapu should have an easier time in the bottom side, especially going up against an Aldous early on.
And that's true. And now we see Loon and Zorn trading blows the side of the river right there. And now we do notice that Turtle is spawned on the top side of the map. So more attention will be put towards the bottom side, I believe, to, ease out the pressure on the bottom side and then go for the turtle in the mid game. But now Aeon and Loon just buffing up at this point. No aggression coming in from both teams just yet.
Well, nobody really has a Grok, so they can't exactly be going for their early invades. We also want to make sure here that people like God, people like the Kaya is undisturbed, especially in the early stages, or else that could spell a little bit of a disaster for them.
Now we do see Gord and Lolita on the top side. Chow is there.
Jab coming in. Once start cutting it off, Loon's going to be up there. The knockout from the G-Kundo is going to be good. And now forcing the flicker out really early on.
And now Obi and Swan still keeping out of pressure on the top side of the map. They will be cutting the lane, and Carry Minotaur will be suffering, suffering a lot because they have to stay at the lane and deal with the creeps. And now we do see Kaya.
Well, we're going to see over here, Feeks as well does get damaged out. This is Swan having the aggression moving forward. And like you talked about, having a difficult time, this is exactly it. Which is why they bring Sony members back up. Here we're going to see Aeon does get caught off. The damage is going to be good enough. The G-Kundo will come out there. Going over to Geek Fan Mystic. As Flash Tyrants might be able to get out of it, but Swan looks like he might be caught out. Perfect start of the three members here, and Obi will be able now to slowly get away using the flicker as well. But Swan, one last hit over there. Now God gets a retribution kill in the end there, but Kuja is going to be there. Will be able to jump away to safety, but nonetheless, ring around the rosy, you still find Jeff at the end of it.
A misstep for Flash Tyrants, and now Geek Fan Mystic will be taking the top tower for that.
They will be able to get the top tower down. I don't believe completely all the way. They still have 1 million that's left there. With Carry, they should be able to get it, and there's going to be the first attempt coming out. Just a little bit left there to go. Bottom side, keep in mind the Elders and Lapu Lapu are going head to head.
Oh
no! Another one to go down here. Not waiting for reinforcements to come back in, and they do get punished. Yeah, it looks like Zorn might be in a little bit of trouble here. Will be able to use that escape. Aeon does not find enough damage. Best barely hitting level 5.
Aeon, early on tried to get the first blood, but gets first blooded instead, and now Flash Tyrants has to climb up and even up the scores right now. It's 3 minutes in, 1-4. unfortunately, Flash Tyrants a little bit behind early in the game.
They are falling behind. 1,200 is the difference here. Elders not finding an easy time at the bottom as well. Is now hit level 5, but Dominus has been level 5 for a while. It's also really interesting to note that you as an Aldous player going up against what is the best Aldous player in the rest of the tournament.
That's true.
That you know exactly how to counter it along the way there. Now a pause has been issued, so we're going to hopefully make sure that players can resolve it.
Yeah, it's going to be really, really interesting. I did want the game to
Flash Tyrants sort of like figuring out what exactly EFM makes it once. The moment we hit that 6.5, 7 minute mark, where things really got accelerated.
That's true, that's true. So Geek Fan Mystic having the early game at this point, and we do see the crowd right here really hyped up, really supporting Geek Fan Mystic here. Well, we did talk about Geek Fan Mystic playing, having some surprises, and now they pick Carry and what was it again? Carry and okay, I just kind of phased out with the hype right there. what was the surprise pick again? It was Carry. Well, because
it was just Carry and Martis. That's the last pick.
So actually, Carry is the surprise pick because unfortunately Hanabi is not available.
Yeah, Hanabi is not allowed within the drafts here, and we are back into game.
Now we are back into game. Shen going with Aeon to get the crab, just happily farming it up, but we do see Jab.
Alright, Turtle does get started up here by Geek Fan Mystic, but it doesn't look like they want to commit just yet. We have two members at the bottom here, Aldous and Gushen. They will be pushing out the turret, so they don't want to be taking this out. Good macro gameplay, however, they aren't able to... They will be able to finish it off. They do have enough damage over there, and this actually works into the favor of Flash Tyrants, trading up the objectives smartly so.
That's true. It's a really good trade for both sides because nobody died, nobody sacrificed themselves away, but Geek Fan Mystic, ooh, even up the scores. Loon has to flicker away from that. Gord does have the ultimate for now, but look
at Middle Fury ripping through 3 members on the tip of there. Orbi now will be slowing it down, but guess what? You are rooted down there completely. Saiyan flies all the way in. Will they get a retribution kill, or will it be 4 deaths in the end? 3 deaths already down there. The 4th one, not a wipeout, but a massive win for Geek Fan Mystic.
Flash Tyrants tried to set up a fight, but got, steamrolled right there. Swan tries to get the ultimate on Kuya.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to come in once again. Jab being on their front line there. Loon trying to do his very best. But the Jikudo does not find the right knock up there, and Aeon now has to back off again. The re-engage happens, but unfortunately, Flash Tyrants do not find anything to help them out.
A really difficult engage for Flash Tyrants right there. They kind of don't have a main tank except Lolita, which has to set up the ultimate. So it's really hard for them to engage unless Cho did get one of the players from Geek Fan Mystic.
That's right. Getting the Jikudo knockout is absolutely clear for them, but then you also wanted Child to be flanking around the side, setting up for God. We haven't really seen this happen, and Geek Fan Mystic get more structures across the map. Here, Aeon going to go with Zon, but will it be good enough? The damage will be able to dash away. Aeon escapes with his life, but with 2-8 at this point and the clock counting down, just when we hit the 6-minute mark, keep in mind that Flash Tyrants had a gameplay of 10 minutes and 40 seconds before and 14 minutes. It's about halfway through, and for Geek Fan Mystic, they, on the other hand, had a 10-minute and 11-minute game. So this is very much in line with the ability to close off games early on.
That's true, and we do see Kaya, Zon right there, does have the courage. Buwok tries to go in. Swan might be the target right here.
Zon does die there. Obi gets a kill, but Swan pays it with his life. A good trade-off if you are talking about trying to get goal onto the Gord because you want that long-range burst damage. This may help out in the mid-game, as now we're going to see that Loon and Saiyan will be able to cut the wave again, and they should be able to get this turret way before the opposite side, Geek and Mystic will be able to execute theirs. This means it can translate it into a mid-game Tyrant as well, as now 3 members are heading over there.
That's true. Flash Tyrants rotating really accurately, you know, taking things that are left out from Geek Fan Mystic, and Geek Fan Mystic trying to apply the pressure, but Flash Tyrants just rotates away from it really smartly.
I mean, they know that they are behind, they're playing a smarter game just to make sure that they are still relevant in there. Love the fact that Chao went for the Athena shield, making sure that he has the defensive stats that's required. And in fact, there's also going to be Swan there. So they can take these middle stages of the game. You want your tanks to be tankier. Great adaptation by them. But let's see if it pays off, because Geek Fan Mystic now only has 1,000 gold ahead, which is staggering compared to the fact that they have 6 skills.
That's true, but I do like to point out that Flash Tyrants does not have the coverage Blue Walk, and Zon on that Kaya does have it, so it's going to be a huge boost for Geek Fan Mystic for all the team fights. So
that is if they take big team fights. However,
true.
with small skirmishes, it's going to be diminishing returns there. Here we see they engage already. Aeon forced to move out. The flicker is used. A godlike call out there. That is a huge Alice at level 9 here already. And yeah, yet another call out. Saiyan gets bursted away.
Look at that.
Orbeez stun does slow them down a little bit, but with the Courage Bulwark being popped, it looks like Loon has to play the distraction factor and maybe the sacrificial lamb just so that other members can get away.
That's true. Loon has to get away right now. Cho might be the next target right here. Loon will definitely go down to that. Geek Fan Mystic playing their card right. 8 minutes in, 12-3. Flash Tyrant struggling in this game.
It looks like there's going to be no chance for a steal over here, as Swan will be moving forward. Lon is still very much alive, but the stun will not quite come out in time. That Zon is going to be stunned out there. Going to be moving in. Swan so very close to the end. Does get stolen away by Orbeez. Can he escape now? Alice is back up. We're going to see the charge into the end. This is what we're going to be looking for. Zon now gets stunned out. Does get taken. That's 2 kills. As they still move forward, looking for a third. There is a third. Lord has been spawned for them. And just like that, the goalie swings into Flash Tyrant's favor. Yet another kill. Wipeout. 5 members are down.
A shocking performance coming in from Flash Tyrants. They are turning this around. They got the Lord. My goodness, Flash Tyrants takes down the tower.
They have a large siege minion. How far will they be pushing this out? They have another clean 5 seconds to go.
Oh my
Before
goodness.
this happened, the stun does like keeping up to the back there. Orbeez ripping to the team. We talked about that mid-game stage. 9 minutes and 30 seconds in. Lord is still very much alive and healthy in that bottom lane. They can rotate to the top, get top pressure before moving bottom.
It is still marching on the bottom side of the map, and they have all this privilege and advantage right now. Flash Tyrant turning around just like that with the God Ultimate. Wow.
All right, Edo, my question to you, 50-50 now. Can Flash Tyrants close it off with the Lord?
They have to be really careful with their next engage right here.
They have 2 super siege minions with them. Will this be enough? The charge up's going to be there. No flicker forward. Nobody gets caught up, but this will mean a very easy tower for them. Jab gets dodged out away. Keep in mind, look at mid there. Saiyan will be forced away. Kujao using the flicker forward. But here we're going to see Orbeez ripping through the back line. The stun does go off. They should be able to back away from this as Zon goes so low.
Right now.
But Aeon bites the dust.
They have to get out right now. Geek Fan Mystic trying to turn this around yet again.
Orbeez loses the stun, but not quite enough. The defense is good and it holds for now.
But the damage has been done. Geek Fan Mystic has lost 2 of the Nexus Tyrants.
In fact, it looks like the third one here is also in a little bit of trouble. 1 Lord Steal, 1 good team fight at the end of it. And you sort of have to wonder, what in the world was Geek Fan Mystic thinking? Nobody was checking out the god over there.
They got a little bit greedy and they kind of just let Flash Tyrant stay around.
Also need to note out here, Necklace of Durance has been bought by God, which means as long as God is alive, all that lifesteal up from Carry, from Alice,
the healing
will be
from Minotaur,
reduced.
all will be denied. And now Japwe tries to look for an opening. He sees Loon, but that's not gonna happen.
They are not wanting to take the fight right now. Great attempt here. If you look at Flash Tyrants, what they're doing is getting on their jungle first before moving forward. There's no need for a fight out there. Blue just creating a distraction factor. Ooh, using the flicker defensively there. Means that they will be down in terms of that tool for the next 2 minutes. But look as they start to pressure, 50 seconds on the clock for the next lot to spawn.
A reverse situation coming in from Flash Tyrants. They are on fire right now, and now we talked about the Aldo's late game, and now it's showing up. Swan
the stun does go out here. Swan will be able to move forward. Obi ripping to the backline of the team. Kuja is over there, but will he be able to do the outcome? Will be good enough. Jack is pushed away. Zorn is in trouble with Saiyan as well. The blades will fly through and rip through the enemy team. Flash Tyrants finding everything that they want. It's just enemies falling into line one by one. There the ultimate comes back up again. All members are there. That's going to be a wipe out. Four members all falling down. 50 to 17. Nexus will go down and Flash Tyrants win.
Oh my goodness. Geek fan mistake. What a mistake.
Not only just a mistake, Flash Tyrants really being able to capitalize on
also that
on everything that's there. If there was not a quick turnaround, that was
really quick. They got the Lord, they took mid tower, then they go for bottom pressure. That's just insane.
I gotta say, I just looked at Geek Fan Mystic. I gotta say, these guys are awesome too. They just shook each other's hand. They were like, it's okay. I was just looking at them. They're like, you know what? We're gonna work on this. We're gonna get better. We still have another chance. But if they lose this one out, they will be moving down to the lower brackets. They're still not out. They're still not eliminated.
Yeah. They still have another chance.
It is a best of 3.
Yes, it is a best of 3, double elimination. But there's one more thing I want to mention. I think I just realized what the Singaporean teams represent. They're the masters of combat. Seriously, like just one small
they just
hiccup.
understand the game well enough that a lot steal is absolutely everything.
Crucial.
You can lose away turtles, get powers. Play the permanent map objectives really early on. Don't try to skirmish out for turtles. There's no point of that.
Something that really matters, something that is really crucial, and that was thanks to Gord, if I'm not mistaken, with the ultimate. It was absolutely beautiful. Now, Edo, can you walk us through what happens here from early in the game?
And now we're looking at the highlights right now. Geek Fan Mystic dominating the early game. All these small skirmishes that they are winning are be falling down. And now just 2 minutes in, they're just being dominated on the top side of the map. But fortunately for Flash Tyrants, they get to trade the bottom turrets for themselves. And now we do see Geek Fan Mystic, steamrolling Flash Tyrants early into the game. They are losing out in terms of goal advantage. They had the items and they were taking them out. But when Jen tries to come in, it was a little bit too late. But you know what? Flash Tyrants, we're going to wait for the comeback right here.
Once again here, right, you see that Swan is buying enough time for Obi to get away. They realize that Obi needs to survive. It's fine if your tank, your frontline dies over there. It's really important that the goal gets funneled onto the right people here. So even as this is happening, Obi's already starting to back away, and they decide not to chase on.
That's right. It's a long-term game, right? And this is it, right? Isn't it? Or the next one? It's the next one.
So this is them moving back, but keep in mind here. Notice where Obi is. This is where it's going to happen.
Just walks
a lot of distraction into the front line over there. Nobody's checking Obi in the end because everybody's afraid of Aeon actually that's coming in from the bottom side.
Ooh,
it's a bit of tunnel vision going through.
I gotta say, it's a little bit of luck as well with Lolita's ultimate landed on one member. They managed to pick that one up. Not luck, but just saying,
it's just that setup, right? You know it's going to happen. You know where the area is going to be. And it's trying to bounce around, just making sure you're getting away from the sword spikes. Then your area of zoning is being done. And then you have God far in the back line, which you can't even reach.
That's right. Now, what would you say Geek Fan Mystic should have done to close that game? I mean, they were doing the right thing. They were doing Lord. A lot of people do that. Like, what could have they done different?
They didn't aim out guard, which was the sort of...
Yes, that's true. They should have paid attention to guard.
Yeah, which is the same sort of criticism that was faced even when the very first game that Flash Tyrants played and they picked up God. Nobody could reach God. They didn't have anybody that was necessarily looking for flanks. And they bite the dust. So the only time they do reach God, they win that team fight and it's a wipeout. The other times that God is completely in the backline here, nobody can do anything. But it also goes to show how great Obi's positioning is. He knows when to play. He's happy to stay really far into the backline, throw out the stun, wait for the ultimate, and let the team create that frontline presence for you.
That's true.
Now, Edo, do you think for the next game we'll see someone like Natalia pop up just to counter the Gord? Because Gord is not going to be banned, is it?
That could be possible, but we're talking about the...
Aeon's Gushin?
Aeon's Gush, and Aeon has played Gushin twice now. The first time around, 8-1 and 9. This time around, 6-4 and 7. Keep in mind, both games were on a 10-minute mark. Last time he got 10,000. Oh my, the only difference is 20 gold. 10,166 and 10,186.
How consistent is he?
Still amazing. Amazing player.
I wanted to ask Edo the question. So how do you counter that Gord? Of course you're not gonna ban it, right?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, you're not gonna ban it. So would you go with someone like Natalia or someone
They
who
can't
can
pick Natalia for one reason. They have Aldous. Aldous ultimate counters Natalia. And also I would like to mention Aldous is because of Aldous ultimate, they are able to see the enemy properly and macro their fights really well. And Gord is able to position really well, so he doesn't get caught. And they won that Lord fight right there.
So then do you remove Aldous? So you remove Aldous, you pick Natalia.
That's why if you want to pick Natalia, you gotta ban Aldous.
Is that what they want to do?
I don't really know what they want to do, but
you have to deal with it, right?
Yeah, if they do want to pick Natalia, they have to remove that Aldous. Or just get Aldous first, and then after that you get Natalia. That will be really
that is
annoying.
True. They can certainly pick up Aldous because they had played 2 good games of it. However, this is a little bit of a strange development to the meta where Aldous keeps becoming priority over
I don't understand it. But the thing is, you're looking at the games too, right? For Flash Tyrants, when they played yesterday, they picked Gord for the first game, they won. But for the second game, they didn't go with the same hero. They changed it up.
Well,
so I'm expecting something happen here as well. Like they might just change it up.
Well, the reason why they changed it up was because there was that sort of front end heavy side because they had Chow, Minotaur, Lancelot, and Saber. Everybody wants to get into them, so that's why they pick up the Valier, saying if you really want to fight, you have to fight within the zone here. And we saw so many times them trying to engage and get punished.
It was so good. It was so great. I remember the Lancelot move over there. We're going to take a look at one of your comments if it's in Malay. Can I read it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Aldous Fimis sebab meta MM masuk so sekarang meta late game and Aldous JDI function.
JDI.
JDI,
but do you know what it means?
Aldous is famous because of the meta of MM.
Marksman.
Yeah, MM is marksman. I know that. Enter meta late game. So Aldous' function. I have no idea. No.
So Aldous is famous because of the marksman meta, which means it's a late game meta.
Okay.
Therefore, this is why Aldous is working.
Okay.
Jadi, not
function.
Jantan.
Yeah. Just trying to get it right, alright? Just trying to understand what it says. Jadi. Jadi function means it works.
Yeah, it's a short
Jadi is
form.
because, yeah.
Okay, alright. See, we're learning.
For those of y'all who are joining us, welcome to BM Classes 201. This is your university lesson.
Our coaches, Edo and Sudo, and the students.
Wait, did I stumble upon the wrong casting desk or what?
Yeah, I think we gotta switch places with those guys over there.
I have to go over.
Yeah, but here it is, guys. We're gonna talk about the game once again. It is gonna be Geek Fan Mystic for all of you guys that join. It's going to be against Flash Tyrants. Malaysia versus Singapore. Edo, you love this rivalry.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. Always.
So what do you expect, man? This is gonna be our second game.
Rooting for the Malaysian team, but my feelings say Malaysian team. But you look at that gameplay and you look at their consistency, the past history, what they've done and what they've achieved. They are the first runner-up for last season.
And this also goes back to what they said in their video coming out there. We beat you before, we're going to just beat you again.
Yeah, we expect nothing less coming in from teams like this.
We sort of felt like Geek Fan Mystic could really do it. In the early stages, we were wondering what happened to Flash Tyrants. In my head, I was going, okay, maybe they're starting things a little bit slow. They're not really sure what to do. And then they turned on that switch, and from then onwards, it was true steamroll ahead.
That's why I was talking about this, because of the Singaporean teams. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just trying to remember all the games of yesterday and today. The Singaporean teams mostly lost. Lost early game, and you would thought that they were losing out, but then they started
knew what they're doing.
Right? Is it really losing when you're only 1,000 goals behind?
It's not losing, really. As in you would. Okay, if you're watching, you would say that. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. So you don't agree with it?
No, I don't think they're necessarily losing out early game. I think what they're doing is just being more calculative in that sense.
Long-term goals.
But also what's happening is that the Malaysian teams aren't capitalizing on the space that's being given.
That's right.
That's the right way to put it. That's what I meant. Totally. And what about you? What do you think?
What do I think?
Yes.
Flash Tyrants. Amazing.
That's it. 2 words, man.
Amazing as well.
Well, we are into drafts right now. It's going to be Geek Fan Mystic and Flash Tyrants. How are you guys doing? Are you guys ready or what? Yeah.
Welcome to the stream.
We see some people over there. Yeah. It's going to be a Minotaur ban. All right. They're going to respect that. So if Minotaur is banned, do you think we're going to see an Alice ban as well?
They might want to... They might want to remove that huge crowd control. Maybe they want to play a hero that is able to single out targets, just like what you predicted. It could be in
Minotaur and Grok.
Ooh, this goes way back.
Flash Tyrants went with Selena and Claude as their other bands, so that's pretty much.
It could be Selena. It could be Alice. Or it could be Claude. There's a lot of choices here.
Maybe they'll give Alice away because Minotaur's gone, so you really don't have the knock up there to help her out.
You still can go with a few different options to make the Alice work. Alice is quite versatile in that sense. But look, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't go with any ban yet. No, they do make a Claude ban.
Team is picking.
All right, so this is going to leave things open wide there. I would say pick up the Selena at this point.
Alice,
Helkert, Alice,
even Cho works.
So many.
Do they pick up the Kaya first if Alice is going to be played?
What?
No, I don't think so. This will be a lock-in.
Just
it would be.
Look at his fingers. Look at his fingers. He's flipping.
That's the warm-up for professional players of Mobile Legends. Selena, first pick.
They could go for Cho. They could go for Alice. Alice is pretty good.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Lolita gets picked up over here.
Gashan Cho would be perfect. For
Flash Tyrants can go for the Cho, that's right. Now we have seen already multiple times that the Gashan has been picked. In fact, was the MVP of the previous game, so it would make perfect sense for them to be doing as such.
That's right, a double magic composition getting picked up for Flash Tyrants right there. Cho getting hovered over because if Flash Tyrants did get the Cho on their side, it will be super problematic.
Why do you think?
Along with the Lolita.
Why do you think they took the Lolita now? Like, it's not like Flash Tyrants is going to contest over Lolita.
It would be because you can take Lolita
against Selena.
Against Selena, yep.
It's true. You can block Alice. You can block Gashan.
Now, Flash Tyrants lineup looks very similar to whenever they were on red side before. So they picked up Alice played by Loon, followed by Saiyan playing Martis, and Swan playing Kaya. So 3 of the themes are very much the same. Aeon is the only one that has rotated out for Gashan instead of a Helkert.
Right.
And the final last pick was the Valere the last time. I expect another crazy mage to make an appearance here.
Do you think they'll pick another mage?
I think they will. They definitely can, because previously it was still Valere as well as Alice.
That's true. Because there's no point picking, second-tier marksman that would not do well against Gashan, Martis, Alice.
Whoa!
What? I just talked about it, and they just pick up Clint.
Okay, you know what? I love this. I love the fact that Geek Fan Mystic is trying out new things. First Jawhead, first Clint, of the playoffs. I don't think you even saw them a lot in the regular season.
Look at Flash Tyrants right now. They're laughing at.
Yeah, like, what in the world is this?
What just happened?
This is perfect. Now, we talked about Flash Tyrants having 100% win rate on the Akai.
That's
then we see the Akai come back here.
They're going to bring it back.
God.
They need it.
It's super easy. Right now, Akai just needs to get a good positioning to either knock away Jawhead or Clint, and where's the damage?
And lock down to Selena.
Even if Selena is left open, Kaya can come in with the punish. You have 2 massive disruption as frontliners coming in from the side of Flash Tyrants. In that mid-game, almost impossible to reach that back line.
That's true.
And you have a super mobile Gashan to come along with it.
It's gonna be crazy.
I don't think so. Geek Fan Mystic will have room to even breathe here.
You know what? Just before I leave you guys can do your prediction. Just tell me what are you going to expect from Geek Fan Mystic with a new lineup. We have not seen this in the playoffs. What are you going to expect?
I'm going to predict a really quick game because Flash Tyrant needs to end this really quickly because Clint has a very strong late game.
5 seconds.
That's absolutely right. I agree with you over there. It's also going to be that early game. I'm going to expect Geek Fan Mystic to try to do a lot of mini gangs around the area. So we're going to see blue side Geek Fan Mystic hoping to keep their tournament lives alive before dropping to the loser bracket, or will it be Flash Tyrants that proceed into the winner bracket finals? Let's find out. Turtles on the top side once again, as we're going to see that the lane is split.
getting cut away yet again. Geek Fan Mystic, not as aggressive as the first game, right here, because they are going for the clean as we saw it before. They are, trying to get Fix farmed up into the late game that will have insane long range, one-line crit shot that will be able to take out Flash Tyrants.
Yep, that's exactly right. They want to be lining it up just to make sure that Howitzer runs through the team. Now we're going to wait out and see Kaya having a little bit of difficulty back up top there as well as skirmishes break out from the top and bottom side. Wow! Kaya does go down and Geek Fam Mystic get onto the score table with 1, but in the bottom side here, it looks like it will be answered back again, so equaling it out on both sides of the map.
Alright, a lot of boots are being bought out for Flash Tyrants right here. They'll be able to roam and rotate as fast as they can to counter Geek Fam's aggression, I believe, at this point. They're playing a little bit aggressive, although they are, having a late game composition due to the Cho, due to the Selena to pick off targets. And now 2 minutes in, Turtle will be spawned really, really soon. And a lot of attention has been paid towards the top side of the map right here. Akai roaming towards the top side. Wants to get Kuja. They have 3 to 4 players on top side. We do see Gushin going up as well. Kuja might be in trouble.
It looks like they just will be able to, relieve some pressure back up top. Selena coming in from the side there. Aeon will get stunned down. It's a point blank stun. But jumping all the way forward might have gone a little bit too far. The Jikudo Dog is going to be good. And we're going to see the impact coming across. Yeah, Geek Fan Mystic will be able to get a few more kills. But Flash Tyrants bite back with reinforcement.
Ooh, it's going to be a 4-man fight right here. Alice gets the kill on Jawhead. And Cho has to get away from that. They will get Turtle for this fight.
This time around, they don't have any waves pushing out, so they decide to group up, get Turtle, and they should be able to extend their goal lead now 7,400 to 5,900. So a good lead being built up by them. However, it is that Clint that is farming up.
Yes.
Geeks, known for his good aggression, known for him being able to play marksmen as well as assassins. The killer instinct will be coming online just as soon as he starts getting some items.
That's true. When that happens, Geek Fan Mystic will be able to turn that around against Flash Tyrants, but now they have to keep up the aggression. Loon might be getting kicked
Once again, Loon gets kicked back all the way and does get injected all the way to the back line there. 4 members are going to be there. We're going to see one of them bites the dust. Loon this time around will not be able to get much out of it. However, in the bottom side, look at them perpetually pushing the side. The Flash Tyrants still playing the macro game.
Having the trade going on for them will be good. As more skirmishes go through on the top side, Kaya might be getting caught out, and he is caught out by that Jawhead. Unfortunately, we did not see that on camera. And now, Geek Fan Mystic will pressure the top lane turret with 4 of the members.
Keep in mind here that Loon did die 3 times in the previous time he played Alice. So this is a lot more of an aggressive Alice, in your front line. So this is not too far away. Orbi here will be able to push Zon away, will get out in time as well. Hurricane does this to safety. As now it looks like reinforcement has come. Saiyan gets his 2 members out, but is now a little bit too far ahead. Abyssal Arrow misses as well, and Kuja injectors onto the wrong side.
In fact, Mystic just blew most of their ultimates away. They have to back away right now, and Flash Tyrants know this. It is time for them to fight. They see Turtle is being spawned on the top side. They're gonna put the pressure.
Flash Tyrants do not waste any time. They come up, cut the lane, just so that Aeon can come in there and be able to take down the turret.
Wow.
Kuja gets a nice kill out there, but Swan, you need to be really careful. They get the turret, they allow the base to happen, and they still get objectives at the bottom side there. Saiyan happily pushing the wave away.
He's really happy, and Fix has no way to deal with the Martis, and now Turtle is being taken by Geek Fan Mystic. It's not too bad of a trade right there.
They get the Turtle, but look at the bottom. The Siege Median is still happily over there.
Fix trying to fight back against Shen, but Shen walks away from that. Geek Fan Mystic still leading the game, even though they're not really strong early game. But that Cho and the Lolita has a huge factor to stall out. Oh, Akai tries to come in. OB does not get anyone locked in, and Cho kicks out Swan. Swan might be the next target. Killing spree on that Selena.
Here we're going to see that Kuja as well here. Nice zoning away. Clint is coming in from the back. All the extra damage is finally coming in. But so is Loon. The tower diving to the back there. Saiyan gets stunned down. As Aeon now does find the sword spike, but will not be taking it forward. They opt to go for the safer route, which is to be securing the objectives and tower.
And now Flash Tyrants somehow turned that around, and a mega kill goes through from Selena, maybe stepping on the trap that Selena put on, in the grass. And now Flash Tyrants will be taking the mid lane pressure against Geek Fan Mystic.
So much for them falling out. They're going to see all the way to the back there. Nice Jikuno knock off into 2 members. Aeon goes down as well as Swan. They were losing out in the early game. In fact, kills still very much heavily favored towards Geek Fan Mystic. But it is that goal. It is the Tyrants that is still in the favor of Flash Tyrants. That's how they keep themselves relevant in the game, especially in this mid to late game era as you're about to hit the 7.5 minute mark.
Though Geek Fan Mystic seems to have the team fighting pressure, the team fighting advantage, but Flash Tyrants are making it up so that they'll still have the sort of advantage. Loon might be the next target right here, and the Numenon Blast charges. And now Martis comes in. A big team fight will happen right now. A shutdown happened on Selena. Selena is down and out. Flash Tyrants knows that they have the advantage right now.
They don't know who to choose from. They do pick out Gem like what they called out. They do get the kill. 7 minutes in. Lord is available if they want to be doing that. However, they will be splitting up and making sure their lanes are always pushing.
That's right. They are super, super good with the macro gameplay, always showing creeps towards Geek Fan Mystic. They don't have...
And we're going to see in the bottom side here, Marth is going to be making sure that the wave is cut out, and therefore they will be able to get the bottom turret unless Clint can get there in time. It doesn't look like it, and it will fall.
That's true, and Clint will not be able to take down Shen really quickly right now. Obi gets the lockdown on Zorn, and Zorn.
He will be able to escape just for a bit. That is the dominance that's being now coming to save. 1,000-pounder all the way into the front here. And now Loon will be coming out to clean up the duty.
Wow!
Top lane does get come out here, and Aeon will bite the dust. However, this messy fight is not over yet.
And now we do see, and it's getting taken out. A killing spree from Clint. Clint tries to figure in. Almost gets one more kill.
The wipeout over there. Saiyan doing his very best to escape. Will be able to, but Kujan throws the siege media forward. Not enough, not in range. Saiyan, can he make the get escape? Not to get away. Does finish it off with the howitzer there. Feeks gets the entire kill. 5 members down, but still 3,000 ahead.
That's true, but this is not good news for Flash Tyrants because now is the time for Fix to shine with that Clint. They still, the goal advantage is not too far away, and Geek Fan Mystic does have the marksman on their side that will scale extremely well into the late game because the range.
How much of a late game is there when Flash Tyrants is still ahead in terms of levels and in terms of experience as well?
They have to drag that, and if they do...
Zog gets pulled back here. Does manage to escape it out a bit.
Look at that!
But look at the Selena engage here. Loon does get taken down. Gushan is not with them. Jikuno knocks out onto 2. Saiyan is pushed back. Will it be enough? Obi does go fishing, but does not decide to go for the 1,000-pounder. Lolita charging up on the back line there. Does strike Aeon away as members are just completely split. So many scapegoats, so many sacrificial lambs just to make sure they're safe. Oh no, it's happening again.
It's happening again. Please, the lot steal, not a lot steal.
Swan is back there again. Obi is there as well.
Oh, it's been reset.
It has been reset. They want to focus on Obi. It looks like the Panda will get taken down. The stun coming out from Selena. And now we're going to see the marksman come online.
Oh my goodness, that was the right move for Geek Fan Mystic to focus, and Shen will be the next target. Martis will go down right here. Cho will be the one that takes them out, and Kaja did have a revenge right there, but Geek Fan Mystic owning up the team fight at this point. 21-11, 10 minutes in.
Once again, it goes into the favor of Flash Tyrants because the waves were pushing. Geek Fan Mystic lose out more gold, they lose out more experience as well, keeping the 3,000 ahead even though they're losing multiple members in each fight. Just goes to show how well they are playing the overall game. As much as, yes, the team fights are not quite there,
But how long?
In the business of getting anything else.
That's true, but how long can Flash Tyrant keep this out? Because in the late game, everybody will have all the items. And Geek Mystic's job right here is to keep fighting and keep stalling until Fix gets all his items. He does have 3 items already, does have decent damage, and now they're still going for the Lord.
Fix does have 3 items and he is the most fat member of the team, but keep in mind, all it takes is that one fight. Yes,
no.
Swan gets caught out there. That's
Alice goes in.
Loon goes all the way in, does get ejected out. Flickers back in. Now we're going to see the Metal Blast on to 3 members there. Jikuno Knockup's going to be there. Obi reads to the team. Will it be enough? Selena finds a kill. We're going to see that Saiyan does get thrown back. Gorman does get called out. It looks like we'll be a wipeout. 5 members go down again.
That was the fight you're talking about.
Lord? Do they push?
They're gonna go for the Lord right here, I believe, because the creeps are not pushed out, and there'll be no Lord Steal right here. Why do you look disappointed?
There'll be no Lord Steal, but they don't need 4 members to be taking Lord.
Well, that's true, but
they could have had 1 member settle and start pushing up the waves.
That's true. They like the chemistry. They might as well take it together.
They like teamwork, right? We die at Lord together, or we take Lord together.
And now we do see them.
May slow them down, but keep in mind that goal, neck to neck.
Still neck to neck. At this point, Flash Tyrants could come back anytime they want, but the marksman pressure, the marksman skilling is out of the charts right here with Zorns. Did you see that?
Immortality on Jab?
Yes. Did you see the knockup coming in from you know, the Jit Kundo? Knocks up 3 to 4 players. You know, man, oh man, what a team fight from Geek Mystic. They
really,
played that
Mystic
right.
performing spectacularly in these team fights here. However, it's also because Flash Tyrants have been caught out of position time and time again.
That's true.
Can they, you know, buckle down, make sure that they are able to execute together and stop the mistakes?
Let's see how the defense comes in from Flash
Selena
Tyrants.
finds out another member here. We're going to see that Loon does go in, but Aeon already brought so very low. They need to back away from this. Obi now is gone out.
Wow.
Completely stun lock away. We're going to see moving on to the forward there. Swan gets thrown back as they are able to fight back. Lord down at half health now already. Stun goes out to Aeon. He's just eating all the stuns. Does get thrown back. Aeon goes down. Double kill raging out there as Lord wails into the tower. They do have a super siege minion coming out. Another wipe out as they are able to equalize the game. Geek Mystic fight back.
Amazing display of skill, patience coming in from Geek Mystic. They learned from game 1 about the Lord Steal. At one point, they just walked away from the Lord, deal with the situation, knowing they have that advantage, and not get greedy.
I think this game is quite an example. Was to actually find it. Aeon got caught multiple times, especially in the later stages.
So coming in again.
Aeon gets caught out here, and they just made sure that Gushan could not have any space to breathe.
Just focus on the highlights, and you'll notice that every time it's just choke catching people out. You know,
Jikuno knock up here once again.
them out of position.
But look where Aeon is. Aeon goes all the way in, gets punished once again. This time and time again, the same thing happens. Aeon being overly aggressive and getting punished for it. They just know how to turn on the right targeting. Oh, of course, the great escape.
Oh, this was It was very close. It was very close for them to escape.
The saddest great escape, I would say. Shan almost made it out if his
But it really was Feeks that found that one howitzer over there. If he was out of range, he would have survived. But here, once again,
this was one of the best fights.
Keep in mind, and look where Dominus is and where the Abyssal Arrows get thrown out. Once again, hits into the back line, wait again, and then another Abyssal Arrow comes out to lock them in.
The Wombo combo just works. And yet again, I keep mentioning it in the draft pick.
Even here, once again, just look at Dominus. No chance whatsoever coming in from the back line. Stays there, another Abyssal Arrow about to fly out again, just to lock them up further there.
I mean, Alice did try to take them down. She did try, but it was just so hard with the Chow and the Jawhead specifically. It was, I don't know, it was just not working out for them. Would you say that it was mainly because of Flash Tyrants not appreciating the power Geek Fan Mystic could bring to the table?
I don't want to say it because it makes them sound a little bit bad, but I think they underestimated them.
I think I kind of agree with you because they went in, like you mentioned, with the Gushan being too aggressive. Edo, what about you? What do you think was the biggest mistake?
Once again, here Gushan gets locked up.
It's more like they're a little bit too focused with the current meta and they do not realize how many people played Jawhead in this tournament?
No, in playoffs, none.
This is the first one.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Clint
it was
as well.
a surprise for
these teams will be facing the winner of EVOS SG and Bigetron SG, and which one will be going down to the lower brackets to face off with Saiyan Reborn. It's interesting, but this game is a deciding game. So if you guys are at home right now, go take yourself a popcorn, go buy some roti canai, whatever it is, because the game's about to come. And if you guys are down here at Paradigm Mall, where we have a lot of activities for you, we had the Battle of Legend. I think it's still going on with Zixuan on the legendary chair playing his legendary Fanny, if I'm not mistaken.
I want to play too.
Now, I want to make one slight correction. The winner, the loser of this will have to go up against AirAsia Saiyan.
Oh, okay, to the bottom match, okay.
And that's also going to be a really tough spot because we saw AirAsia Saiyan really turn on the heat finally in the end there because they realized that the tournament lives were also on the line there.
Yes.
We saw the true AirAsia Saiyan today. Like it was AirAsia Saiyan that we missed.
The loser bracket right now is being dominated by the Saiyan teams.
It is true. Very true.
I did talk to them a bit yesterday and
it's alright.
Never mind, we got something coming up.
Okay, we're gonna take a look at the Facebook
comment. Let's see if it's in Malay.
Okay. I'm gonna save that.
Alright, okay, this is a little bit more difficult for you. Let's go.
Terbaik Tenggat Part Kuja Baling Alis Tengah Alti. Haha. Was that Tenggat? I don't know.
So the second one is Tengo.
Okay, the first one?
Terbaik.
Oh, Terbaik. No, I mean the second one. Tenggat. Terbaik Tenggat.
Tengah.
Okay.
So what does it mean?
But
it means Kuja's Alice Alti. Haha.
What?
So it means it was really amazing viewing. So Terbaik Tengo is great viewing. The part where Kuja throws Alice in the middle
of the ulti. Oh, okay. With the ulti, okay, makes sense.
So Alice does her ulti, he throws Alice
her back.
out.
Yeah, basically ignores her, totally. Okay, that makes sense. Edo, you wanted to say something right now?
I kind of forgot. Oh, my god. Okay, I got it.
All the Malay lessons.
Yeah, man.
But speaking of AirAsia Saiyan, I did talk to them a little bit.
Yep.
Because first
yesterday, right?
Yeah, first day they kind of lost and went to the losers bracket. So I kind of like, hey, what happened, guys? And then they said, well, that's not even half of what we have. So that's gonna be quite scary.
But we're starting to see a lot more of what they had in the previous matches.
It's gonna show up really well.
The thing is, because some of these teams like to play that sort of mind game where they show other teams, you know what, yeah, this is us, but then they come back and then they bring someone new. God knows what's happening right now. Oh, Geek Fan Mystic just sat down, that's why. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be exciting, but let's talk about the upcoming game. It's going to be Geek Fan Mystic and Flash Tyrants. Game 3. This is a single, double elimination, best of 3. Grand final is going to be best of 5.
This is the final game that they have to show.
Well,
I'm actually very curious to find out from you, Faraz, because you have been watching. You've been watching every single game. You've been up here with the casters.
Yes.
Are you impressed by Geek and Mystic?
Totally.
Or are you more disappointed by Flash Tyrants?
I'm more impressed with Geek Fan Mystic because I feel like Flash Tyrants is doing what they usually do. They're very consistent, you know. They're not playing bad, they're playing themselves. But Geek Fan Mystic is the one who actually turned out here to be different than what I saw from them in the regular season, where they were kind of playing the same play style. They changed a little bit, but this one, they were the only teams that actually picked out someone very new, like very new in the playoffs.
They kind of stepped out their comfort zone and picked things that are considered weird for people.
And the interesting thing is they didn't just do it because they were getting eliminated. They still have another chance in the lower brackets.
They're trying
Usually
hard.
the team that is about to get eliminated, they try something new, right?
Yes.
But these guys, in my opinion, what about you guys?
They're kind of like the dark horse, I would say. Even more so, like judging from performance earlier. I mean, I watched all the matches as well. I've been here. And Asia Saiyan, they kind of struggle to close the game. They kind of, you know, they're playing really well. But look at how Geek Fan Mystic just played, and it looked so easy for them to just take out Flash Tyrants in the last game.
Well, let's not forget about game one. Game one
Let's not forget about game one.
Well, if they played their cards right and took the Lord, it would have been different. It would be the
right? I completely agree with you. It really goes to show, for one thing here, Flash Tyrants came out top of regular season, going up against Geek and Mystic, which was the 4th team.
Yeah,
that's there.
They look
very competitive. Not only that, they also trashed out Traitors early on.
Yep.
Yeah.
And to talk about all the teams that have come through, it is very clear that Geek and Mystic has done their homework.
Yes.
They knew exactly how to work around the meta and counter out Traitor. And this time around, it looks like they have the gameplay set and locked in, but how to go around the deal with Tyrants. I would really want to see them play more, even if they go into the loser bracket. Because when they go up against AirAsia, and if that happens,
it's gonna be fun.
To be honest, I want to see them, you know, really move forward. Like, what maximum potential they have.
That's the game.
How much homework they have done.
That's the game that's gonna break a lot of people's hearts.
Because it will be like a flashback to season 1, when it was even that very same match where they lost out, because that would be the 4th placing match.
I remember there's so many matches that I feel like I'm evil if I think about it happening, because some teams have to lose out, but I want to see them happen. I'm not going to say it because, again, it makes me sound evil. Anyways, let's jump into the draft right now. How are you guys doing? Are you guys ready?
Hello, guys.
Yeah. Look at that.
All right, Claude gets locked in as the very first.
We kind of skipped through all the bands and everything just happened.
We saw how good the Minotaur, the Selena was there. They don't want any of that coming in again, which makes a lot of sense. But will we see the Jawhead come back? Jawhead was very good.
I don't think they will bring it back. Maybe they want to try something new, because now Flash
Still the
Tyrants
same.
knows.
Still looks the same.
Yes, Aldous now come back and they go like, huh, we baited you into going back to the old meta.
Pseudo,
Helmus?
Edo, yes. Is that gonna come?
That's not gonna happen.
I don't think so that will come in. There's way too many higher priority picks at this point. Maybe as the 4th or 5th pick, but it was a good hover. Definitely throws off Flash Tyrants and wondering, what else? What could this mean?
Yeah, they could come up with a surprise, what's it called, Aldous pick, but we do see Gushan as well being locked in, two of the most, two of the strongest heroes in the meta right now. They have fabulous hair as well.
Oh my God.
Aeon and Swan.
That's why he's the strongest hero, because of the fabulous hair.
With the fabulous
Claude
hair.
as well.
Leoman as well, but unfortunately Leoman is not available.
So whoever is the ugliest hero has the least amount of power.
All right, so just to bring up some little bit of stats here.
Oh,
Flash Tyrants has never played a marksman.
In the playoffs?
In the playoffs.
Okay.
They have never gone there.
Okay.
So this is finally an adaptation for them, saying that they're going to be able to do...
They have never played a marksman, but when they do...
Well, we'll see.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. Elders does get picked up by Geek Fan Mystic here, sort of echoing back to it, and Harley as well. So this is one supplemental damage coming through, but there is a lot of magic damage coming out from them. They will require another physical damage dealer to come through.
Aldous?
Oh, also keep in mind, they just lost one game on Akai, so
Last
there's
game.
not a 100% Akai
So
at
it's
this
90%
point.
right now. Still really high, my friend.
Just to go back, Geek Fan Mystic had a game against Traitor, which they won. They also had the Harley, the Aldous, and the Chow. And I have it here as well. So, just saying, they won that game.
They won that game. This is a little bit like the previous bits. This is this was during...
this playoffs.
Yeah. But no, I was saying...
What?
Yeah, I was about to say the Baleric was also something that they did pick up initially. I believe it was week 5 of the regular season.
That was really long ago.
I remember, do you guys remember Flash Tyrants was laughing the last time they picked out new heroes? This time,
oh, no,
they're not
this is not a laughing draft
Yeah.
any longer because they realize that, you know, they're coming in with the game plan, that strategy in mind. And if they can't figure it out fast enough, they will lose.
That's the
now, we're going to see that Claude does have Barrier being picked up, but 4 flickers on the side of Geek Fam Mystic.
That's right, and we see the Akai, but not with 100% win rate anymore, as the last game was a sad loss,
unfortunately.
yeah. But it's going to be Flash Tyrants going up against Geek Fam Mystic. This is going to be the last game before we decide which one is going to be moving further into the upper bracket and which one going down to the lower bracket. I want to see your predictions, gentlemen. What is it going to be?
Judging from the composition alone, it's gonna be Flash Tyrants. They have the Kaya, they have, you know, the Akai, which has high win rate.
I'm going to go the opposite, and I'm going to say that Geek Fam Mystic can do it.
I would like to put my bet on Flash Tyrants, but let's see how the game goes. We have Flash Tyrants versus Geek Fam Mystic. It's 1-1, and now it's the last game, Pseudo.
It is the do or die moment for both of these teams. You're absolutely right, Eduardo. Let's see. On the bottom side is going to be Turtle that's going to be spawning, so we need to be keeping an eye on that. Back up in the top lane, it's going to be Chow and Martins dancing around, but Elders will be joining in as reinforcement into that top lane.
And now Balric and Harley will be pairing up on the bottom side of the map. Marksman, Cloud and Shen, the Akai, will be the one that that's facing up to them. They will be the, you know, the guardians of the turtle. It will be that kind of story. Dominus, as the Cho, will be trying his best to assist his teammates to get the buffs right here.
I do like what Loon is doing here, being able to, you know, just distract, keep them away, keeping track as well as to who is in which lane. All this information is being telegraphed to the rest of the team.
That's true. That's true. That's really good observation.
And now 3 members are up top here. Zon is caught out a little bit. Will be able to use his mobility to get to safety. And at the same time, Kuja joins them back up to the top. So 3 members on each of the team focusing back up top. They just want to be able to crack that base a little bit open. We're going to see level 4 is there, and Aeon will be able to quickly assassinate Zon, not respecting the damage, level 4 to level 2.
Yeah, he kind of just Jeet Kundo's in, even though he saw people there, so that was a punish that he deserved.
Going in for the Hermit Crab and getting, you know, Daff only there. It's not going to be in. Jep finding a little bit of difficulty here, will not be able to get it.
Ooh.
Here we're going to see that Feeks does secure the gold buff, and that's going to work towards their favor. Flash Tyrants now 1,400 already ahead.
Ooh, Chow is only level 2 at that point. Swan could have pulled him towards Gushin right there. Jap with the Balric tries to clear the lane, but there's 3 people rotating to his bot lane.
Does get pulled back here. Jap in a world of trouble as Aeon will find another victim.
This will be Turtle. This
should be very easily Turtle. Elders is completely back up to the top there. Just has gotten level 4, which means he's not going to be joining the rest of the team. They don't have reinforcement. Keep in mind here, Elders, Harley, Alice, and Balric all require items.
And that is true. Flash Tyrants already leading early on to the game. They have been losing all this early games.
It's a 2,000 goal lead just as we hit that 3-minute mark. And it looks like the aggression is still not going to end. Alice does move forward. Kuja, they're showing his presence. But then again, forward. Here we're going to see Akai way up to the front once again. They're sacrificing it out. They do see the Elders does spot out Martis, make sure that everybody's within there. In the mid lane, we're going to see that Aeon is still pushing. They go down, they take it away here, but mid lane is down to half health. Flash Tyrants back to their macro gameplay.
That's true, they're going for the top lane cutting right here, trying to shut Dominus down or just delay the inevitable right here. Loon just...
Coming from the top there, Aeon does get spot out, does get kicked back. Is knocked down under turret, just barely at the side. Flickers away to safety and will be able to use the spike just for additional mobility. Here we are going to see that Loon will once again play, you know, babysitter and make sure that he dies out, keeping Aeon alive.
That is true, and my goodness, what a comeback early game for Geek Fan Mystic right here. 4 minutes in, they're keeping the game in control right here. They're also trying to, you know, farm up as fast as possible and try to shut down Albi because they had a gang bottom lane, and unfortunately Albi did not go down right there. So because let's not forget that Albi will scale extremely well into the late game. They have the Kaya for the pickup. They have, you know, catching out people from Geek Fan Mystic, Loon with the Martis. That would be, you know.
The kickback onto Saiyan over here on the third of the ultimate just as a precaution will go down. Fix is 3-0 right now, so getting a lot of attention. I love how they're using Dominus to be able to spot people across the map here, just so that they can take smarter engages. Here, they're giving Flash Tyrants a taste of their own medicine, with Kuja cutting the wave just so that they can have additional pressure down in that mid. And in the bottom lane as well, we're going to get another escorted wave in. However, back up top, they get 2 Tyrants ahead of everybody else.
Flash Tyrants, as usual, master of control, master of the macro gameplay. But unfortunately, Geek Fan Mystic might take the turtle for themselves here. Fair game.
It will be able to coming in. Will it get? No, it does get used out. Retribution is yet to secure, but Zon goes down. As now they're looking to hunt for more. They do have a nice sizable wave in that mid lane, as Obi now will be able to rip through the bottom side as well.
2 turrets are being pushed out right here for Flash Tyrants. They are going for it now. Mid lane is down.
So it's going to be the bottom lane. Nobody's there to be able to defend this fast enough. They can crush down and trap out Kuja, but it looks like they want to be focusing more attention into mid. They grab Fix. Fix does survive. One final bit in the end. Martis gets the kill. As here we're going to see Saiyan ripping through the rest of the enemy team.
Wow.
We'll be able to 1,000-pounder away. Kick up goes from Zon over there. But Kuja, you're a little bit too late. As now 5 kills go across. A savage comes through. And just like that, Flash Tyrants turn it off.
Oh my goodness. Is that the first Savage?
I believe that is the first Savage.
What an honor to witness that and cast this. Savage coming in from Flash Tyrants. And
this time around, Geek Fan Mystic are the ones that trickle in one by one. Kuja came in really late, doesn't have the items yet. Just look at that Alice. Only have his magic boots in terms of no one completed main item yet. And they get severely punished. And with that, an 8,000 gold lead goes over to Flash Tyrants.
Oh, Jan locking down Zon right here. Zon will be the next target. Rhea Chow will go down.
Hello and goodbye.
Goodbye. It's nice seeing you, Chow. But Flash Tyrants, they are on Savage mode right here. They're here to dominate and no chance will be given from them. Swan tries to look for an opening. Divine Judgment will be the key.
All they want is Feeks once again. Loon gets caught out there. Loon, you're almost going to get taken down. Azrath is coming from the top. They do spot everybody out here. Aeon as well is very low. They will be backing away to safety here. Going to be baiting this out.
Still going for the pressure on the bottom side of the map. As the creep shove in, they want to get the Lord for themselves. They might want to go for that.
They will go for Lord, a little bit too risky. But look at how they do. The members that need to go back, go and get the buffs. Jungle, go get the buffs. Those that are healthy ahead, you're going to see Saiyan that's over there, go on and jungle invade just to deny as much gold and experience as possible from Geek Fan Mystic.
That's right, a huge creep wave on the top side of the map. Martis will be collecting that for himself as Fix just happily clears out all the jungle on their side. Cloud clears out the jungle on their side and they are ready to go for the team fight in the middle lane. They are for Geek Fan Mystic.
Alternates using the ultimate once again does come onto Aeon as Saiyan is easily going to use a Hurricane Dance to keep them away. Zon Jiku is going to be there, the knockback is going to be good. But immediately we see Loon going up to the top side. They see all 5 members being there. And this is their chance to pressure mid as well as top.
That's right, as they do this, Akai is constantly trying to distract and not let the members of Geek Fan Mystic go back. Swan pulls
they
it.
pull Kuja away. Kuja might be able to be taken down with one final bit. It looks like the damage was true enough to be taken out. Flash Tyrants starting to look a little bit sloppy as Swan is the next one to fall.
But they got 2 of the turrets.
They got 2 turrets,
of the
mid
base
and top. So would you consider that worth, Edo?
Worth. Totally worth it.
Hashtag worth is being used. 10,000 ahead.
Look, Geek Fan Mystic has now 0. Oh, finally has 1 now. And now they're going for the Lord. So this is the comeback story that they will be going for.
Will this be the comeback story? We have 2 members out there. We already are seeing Saiyan does get knocked up. Hurricane does get interrupted, so no full channel. As we're going to see, the last bit is down at 12%,
no.
8%. You're waiting for time. Will it be enough? Saiyan, can you do it? Saiyan does it! What in the world is wrong? Time and time again, Flash Tyrants has like this special access towards them.
Geek Fan Mystic, the Lord Stealer, the Malaysian Slayers will capitalize on that and take out Geek Fan Mystic really quickly. They are all shoving all the creeps, and they might end this right now.
Devastating end to it all. Flash Tyrants, you've done it once again. Geek Fan Mystic, please do not go back to Lord. You were ahead.
Don't ever do Lord. I have similar fate.
It was a Hail Mary for them, right? They were behind. They decided to do Lord. I guess it's worth it in the end when you decide that.
High risk, high reward. That's what they're thinking about.